There we go. Nice little purry cat to start the video. Good evening and welcome. Tonight we are going to be doing episode 3 of Let's Learn German, the series where I learn German and you get to learn it along with me. So, tonight's lesson has a lot of writing and a lot of grammar, so we're just going to dive right in and get on with it. And, just get started right away. Also, the vocab of this lesson focuses on colors, and I realized last night when I opened the book to see what I needed to practice before filming, and saw it was colors, and I went like, oh my gosh, like I just threw out all of my old markers that don't work. Because you like buy a batch and half of them don't work, so I threw out all the ones that don't. These are pretty much all the colors that I have, so I thought, what am I gonna do? So here's what I found. I thought, well, let me go find things around my apartment that are those colors, and then I just went in my arts and crafts box and found markers and went, wait a second, these are washable. Why can't I just write with these on my whiteboard? So we'll just borrow these and hope that they don't stain. Why does my cat have to ruin every single video? I swear. There he goes. Okay. There he goes. Alright. He's really upset by the markers. I just bleached and cleaned my whole board, so let's hope that these don't wreck it. So let's dive right in and see what colors we're gonna learn. Here we go. I swear he has to ruin every single video. Okay, so the word for colors to start off is, let me move these out, boy. Die Farben. And our first color is Schwarz. Easy enough. Black. Schwarz. And then the next one is white, which we can't really do, so let's go like this. This color is Weiß. This color, Weiß. And then our next color is this one. It is Rot. Oop. Why didn't my color just change? Here, let me make sure that. Okay, there we go. Color correction. Rot. It's important in this video. Rot. And then we have Blau. And an umlaut. Grün. My camera's really determined to make sure this video is very yellow-gray. Come on. There we go. I don't know why it wants to make it yellow. Okay. Grün. And then, now we get to experiment. I guess it doesn't like all the colors on here. Let's get this. Let's see how well this shows up on the camera. Listen to that sound. Hold on. Do you hear that? Ooh. little loud, but there's some potential in this. We're going to explore this box in a minute. Another video, I think. Interesting. Okay, so let's see how well this shows up, if at all. Oh, that's a fine tip. Can you see it? Can you see that? Oh, that's gelb. Gelb. Maybe if I try this one. A little more gold than yellow. Let's see how well this looks. Oh, that's much better. Can you see that one? That's a little better. Gelb. Gelb. Then we have... Oh, I love these sounds. Yeah, we're gonna have to play with this box later. Maybe I'll take all the markers out and we'll play with it. Next we have... And I know German is weird with capitalization. These don't need to be capitalized. I capitalize everything anyway. Brunn. 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 And the last color it gives us... Let's see how well this comes out. Hold on. Listen. Oh, that is nice. Is that looks good. Grau. Grau. Very colorful. Now it gives us some sentences, but let's practice these words first. We have schwarz, weiß, rot, blau, grün, gelb, braun, grau. Those are pretty much our vocab words for this lesson for die Farben. So our sentences, pulling out our vocab words from previous lessons and using these ones, it gives us der Schuh ist schwarz. Der Schuh ist schwarz. What does that mean? The shoe is black. There's also die Krawatte ist gelb. Die Krawatte ist gelb. The tie is gelb. Yellow. The tie is yellow. And the best word, the Handschuh ist braun. The Handschuh ist braun. The glove is braun. Brown. The glove is brown. So, very nice. Let's give us some other ones like der Rock ist grau. The coat is gray. Das Kleid ist grün. The dress is green. And die Hose ist blau. The pants are blue. But you get the gist. Using our clothes vocab from last lesson and our colors vocab from this lesson. So let's see how well these erase. I'm sure it's fine. Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay, there it goes. That's not so bad. I'm not gonna use these or do any pictures or anything until the little quiz at the end, so I'm just gonna write sentences with the black, so hopefully this board will hold up. It really, I don't know what happened when I did that hiragana video, but it just did not like that green marker. I mean, that green marker looked beautiful, but the board's never been the same since that hiragana video. I don't know what it was about it. Especially this side of the board. Just, it's never, I guess, I don't know, it never dried right or something, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. Oh well. It's not like this was an expensive whiteboard or anything. I can always get another. Oh, I can still see where I wrote the, what's that say? Hat shoe. Oh well. Oh well, oh well. It's fine. Moving on to some new sentences. We have this question. Sorry. Blue colors, rot and blau. I remembered learning. We have wie ist der Schuh? Wie ist der Schuh? And it's letting me know that this directly translates to how is the shoe, but it doesn't literally mean how is the shoe. It's asking more, what does it say? They're not asking about its health, but for a description of its color, dimensions, etc. Thank you, Mr. Berlitz. So the answer to this question is der Schuh ist schwarz. So wie ist der Schuh? Der Schuh ist schwarz. So that's what that question means. Wie ist der Schuh? Another sort of vocab word with this sentence. Das Buch ist grün und gelb, which you can kind of assume the meaning of. Das Buch ist grün und gelb. The book is green and yellow. And there's another example. Die Krawatte ist blau und weiß. The tie is blue and white. And we've got some more grammar examples with wie ist. So we have first one. Wie ist der Bleistift? I swear it'll use Bleistift forever as an example. Wie ist der Bleistift? Instead of saying der Bleistift ist schwarz, you can just say ist schwarz. It is black, because we all know you're talking about the pencil. How is the pencil? It's black, you know. It is black. And this it has to do with this de, because we're talking about masculine, feminine, and neutral. Let me show you more. Number 2. Wie ist, oops, running out of space. Die Lampe. Wie ist die Lampe? And because it's die Lampe, it's feminine, we would say sie ist schwarz. Sie ist schwarz. So it's the same, it is black. But since it's feminine, we'd have to say sie ist schwarz. Not ist schwarz, because it's feminine. And finally, we would say wie ist das Buch? A neutral. we would say es ist schwarz. Es ist schwarz. So this one is masculine. This one is feminine. This one is neutral. Does this make sense? I know if you've never studied a language that didn't have, masculine and feminine forms like English, this is really confusing, but some nouns have these masculine and feminine articles before them, I guess. What are they actually called? Or pronouns, I'd say. Mr. Berlitz says here, the pronouns for inanimate objects vary according to their genders. The table is not it, but he, er. And speaking of a door, you must use she, sie. It's just like a weird thing. You just kind of have to accept it and move on. Just go okay and continue, because the more you think about it and how weird it is, the harder it is to continue learning. So just like accept it, say okay, and move on. And you do have to memorize, like, pencil is masculine, lamp is feminine, book is neutral. You do just have to memorize that. It does get easier. You do just naturally realize which one is which, and it is different in each language. So let me see. In French, pencil is what is it, le crayon, so it is masculine. La lampe, so feminine. Le livre, so yeah, in French, book is masculine, but they don't have neutral in French, so yeah, so it's weird. If you know English, it's very weird, but you just kind of have to accept it. So again, wie ist der Bleistift? Ist schwarz. Wie ist die Lampe? Sie ist schwarz. Wie ist das Buch? Es ist schwarz. You just nod and move on. Let's do that. And I may just have to get a new board. I don't know. It's getting messier and messier every time I do these kind of videos. Maybe I just need better markers or erasers. I don't know. Yeah. You see how messy it is? Oh, it went brown again. There we go. Poor board. What I really need to do is just scrub, and I don't want to scrub too hard because then it's too loud. Maybe I just need better erasers. I did buy the cheap ones lately. Maybe that's the problem. We have a lot of writing to do tonight, so I'm trying to hurry. Oh well. Should we switch up the colors? Maybe that will help. Probably not, but I'm telling myself that it will. Yikes. Anyway, moving on. It's good enough for now. Yikes, okay. Oh, it's still so wet. Anyway, how's everyone doing tonight? Did you all leave a comment yet? Or a like? Every time you leave a like, I get a smile. So, be sure to leave a like so that I get a smile. You can see all the little air pockets now. I promise you I do check for links. But every time I get a new one, I'm like, oh boy. Someone took the time to scroll down and hit the like button. It means a lot to me. Literally, since the Hiragana video, this board has not been the same. I don't know what it was. Moving on. Let's see what's next. Let's see. Oh, this interesting little thing. So, gives us more examples. Die Bleistift ist blau. Die Lampe ist blau. Das Buch ist blau. So instead of saying the pencil's blue, the lamp is blue, the book is blue, we can say that is the blue pencil, or that is the blue lamp. It gives us the example, that is the red pencil. So here's how you write it. Das ist der rote Bleistift. So you add that E to the end of the color. And I know at least in French, sometimes the what's it called? The adjective will go before or after the noun. And for colors, they go just like in English before the noun. Das ist der rote Bleistift. Or for green, you would say das ist der grüne Bleistift. Add that extra E. And correct me if I'm wrong, especially my German friend. I think it's just a speech thing. I think it just makes it roll off the tongue a lot nicer and makes it sound a lot cleaner. At least I know in French that's why they do things like that. It just makes it nicer to say. Let's see. There's a note here. Another note from Mr. Berlitz. It says, if the definitive article, like der, die, das, and an adjective precede the noun, as in the green door, die grüne Tür, the adjective takes a final E. I don't understand. Die grüne Tür. The adjective takes a final E. How's that any different? Oh, I think it just says anytime that you have this article, there's always an E after. I think that's what he's saying, which I just explained. So he's just saying remember, like don't forget. Anyway, new vocab word. Here we go. We have more pencils. Diese Bleistift is rot. Diese ist schwarz. So, dieser Bleistift is rot. Dieser ist schwarz. Dieser Bleistift, pay attention to that. Dieser Bleistift is rot. Dieser ist schwarz. Dieser, sorry, like mumbling. Dieser Bleistift is rot. Dieser ist schwarz. And remember, Bleistift is masculine, right? Dieser Krawatte ist blau. Dieser ist grün. Diese Krawatte ist blau. Dieser ist grün. Remember, Krawatte is feminine, right? Let me double check that. Remember, I'm learning along with you guys. Krawatte is feminine. Krawatte, it's die Krawatte is feminine. That's why it's spelled that way. Diese Krawatte ist blau. Diese ist grün. So dieser, is that right? Dieser Bleistift, dieser Krawatte. Something to practice. Dieser Bleistift. Diese Krawatte. Diese. Something to practice. Anyway, for the neutral, it's easier. Dieses Papier ist weiß. That's my place. Okay. Dieses ist gelb. Dieses Papier ist weiß. Dieses ist gelb. So dieses Papier ist weiß. Dieses ist gelb. Two more. We have das ist der rote Bleistift. Das ist der schwarze. Das ist der rote Bleistift. Das ist der schwarze. So notice what it's doing here. That is the red pencil, rote Bleistift, and that is the black one, schwarze. So notice what it's doing there. Remember our rule from up here. So we don't have to, repeat Bleistift because we already know what we're talking about. Pretty clever. I get it. Do you get it? I get it. I understand. It's pretty straightforward. Das ist der schwarze. I understand. And then with feminine, I guess there's one more. Is it on the other page for the neutral? Yes, okay, so I have to cram it in there. For the feminine, das ist die blaue Krawatte. Das ist die grüne. So, das ist die blaue Krawatte. Das ist die grüne. I think it's just showing us examples of the E's, right? And how we can just use the E at the end as saying, the green one, the black one. I really like that. That's really clever. Last example. Okay. Das ist das weiße Papier. Das ist das gelbe. There we go. I like that. And let's see another note from Mr. Perlitz. A predicate adjective used after the verb to be is invariable in form, regardless of the gender of the subject. Example, the thick book is green. Das dicke Buch ist grün. Okay. I think I'm too tired to think about that. Listening to my voice and relaxing. Okay, one more vocab or grammar lesson before the little quiz. But this is really interesting. I'm learning a lot right now. What about you guys? Interesting how they use colors and grammar like that. Oh, man. Yuck. I thought using the black would be easier to erase, but it's just making a bigger mess. Ugh. I think I need to make my eraser wetter. I think that's the problem. Come on. There we go. I don't think it's wet enough. I think all the water got soaked up. I really need it to be nice and damp there. Got a few more erasings to go. hang in there, please. Okay, so last little bit of grammar. Told you there was a lot tonight. Perfect. Okay. So just some more questions. We have which is our word. So we learned how. We already know what. Now we're doing which. So it's welke. Welke, of course it's pencil. Welke Bleistift ist das? So which pencil is that? So das ist der rote Bleistift, which you should be able to translate. Welke Bleistift ist das? Das ist der rote Bleistift. That's the red pencil. Which pencil's that? That's the red pencil. Welke Bleistift ist das? Das ist der rote Bleistift. And it also asks, which another thing we did. My cat just woke up. Sorry, he's washing himself. Wie ist dieser Bleistift? Now, let me write it down just in case. A little refresher. Wie ist dieser Bleistift? Wie ist dieser Bleistift? Ist rot. How is this pencil? Dieser Bleistift. It's red. Wie ist dieser Bleistift? Ist rot. And then it asks, oh, interesting. Look at this spelling. Welches Buch ist das? Welches Buch ist das? It says, wie ist das Buch? Wie ist das Buch? I don't know why it asks that, and that's just the end of the lesson. Okay. So we have welke and welches. So my question to my German friend is there a feminine version of which, if there's a masculine and a neutral? That's odd. I wonder why I just ended on that. There's not even any notes in English explaining any of this. I wonder if there's anything in the next lesson? No. The next lesson teaches like long and short. Okay, well then, it's time for a quiz. I hope you got that. So erase this, and let's draw some pictures with some colors. Are you ready? Did you absorb all that? That's a lot of grammar. I told you it was a lot. Look at my poor board. It's gray. Do you remember the word for gray? It was grün, right? Wasn't it grün? I'm trying to quiz myself. Let me see. Rot was red. Blau was blue. Gelb was yellow. Brown was brown. Schwarz was black. Weiß was white. What am I leaving out? Grau was green, right? Grau? What am I leaving out? There's one more color. Oh, now I'm gonna have to look it up. There's one more color. Let me look. I have them right here. What didn't I say? Did I say them all? Schwarz, Weiß, Rot, Blau, Grau, right? Grau, Grün, Blau, Gelb. Oh. Oh, that's right. We did two wheels. That weirded me out. Let me make sure I got those right. That was a nice little self-quiz. Schwarz, Weiß, Rot, Blau, Grün. What was I saying? Was I saying grün? I'll have to listen back. Gelb, Braun, Grau. Grau was great. That was right. Okay, so let's get this color. Do a little quiz. So, question 1 is, what ist die Lampe blau? And don't just say ja or nein. Answer in a complete sentence, please. Ist die Lampe blau? Say ja, die Lampe ist blau, or nein, die Lampe ist nicht blau. Or, use our new vocab words. We can say, sie ist blau, or sie ist nicht blau. Because it's feminine, right? I guess I just gave you the answers, but do you remember what blau means? Let's see. Wie ist der Bleistift? Wie ist der Bleistift? Nope, I'm looking at the wrong one. My bad. Ignore that. Wow, that came out really clean. That was the wrong one. Just ignore that. We're on the Lampe questions. The Lampe questions. Wie ist die Lampe? I was also very confused. Okay. Wie ist die Lampe? Number 3. Ist die Lampe rot? Ist die Lampe rot? Ist die Lampe rot? Number 4. Ist die Lampe weiß oder schwarz? Is die Lampe weiß oder schwarz? You gotta use some vocab from, I think our lesson from last time. Because die Lampe ist nicht weiß. Oh, I don't remember. It's because it's not white or black. Ist nicht weiß. Oh, I don't remember. Let me see. Do you remember? Ist nicht. Ist. Oh, I don't remember where it is in the book. I'll have to look that up later. I'll look it up when I'm editing, I promise. Okay. Next one. We've got to get this color. I'll use this. Let's see. Where'd it go? Did it fall? Oh, I don't want to grab it again. Well, I'm going to use this color. You know what? Instead of drawing it, let's just go like this. I have a better idea. Here we go. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da. There we go. Now I don't have to draw it. Okay. Number 5. Was ist das? Was ist das? Number 6. Ist das der Bleistift? Ist das der Bleistift? I think it is. Ist der Bleistift rot? Ist der Bleistift rot? Number 8. Ist er schwarz? Ist er schwarz? I'm gonna quiz myself while I'm editing. I'm just gonna go through this. Wie ist er? Wie ist er? Interesting. moving on to read anything, I guess, even in English. Number 10. So many questions in this one. Wow. Ist das der Tisch? Oh, that's a C. Ist das der Tisch? Ist das die Tür? Was ist das? Just so you know, it's a handbag. But how do you say that in German? I guess I'm gonna spoil it here. Wie ist die Handtasche? Wie ist die Handtasche? Ist sie rot? Ist sie grau? Or ist sie blau? Lots of questions tonight. We've got another set with this color. Let's see. I'm such a bad artist, but yikes. Let me try again. Did you draw this? Like maybe. Here we go. That's a good idea. It's like. There we go. Now you can tell what it is, right? It's a book. Okay, now we've established that. I'm an amazing artist. I keep telling myself that it'll come true someday. 17. Welches Buch ist das? Welches Buch ist das? Let me just learn that word. Ist das rote Buch? Ist das das rote Buch? Ist das rote Buch? Ist das gelbe Buch? Ist das gelbe Buch? Wie ist es? Wie ist es? And finally, last question. Ist dieses Buch schwarz? Ist dieses Buch schwarz? So these are your questions for the day. Feel free to pause and answer them yourself, write them down, say them out loud, however it helps you study. I know I'm going to probably pause and answer them myself. Always writing them down helps, like I'm taking a quiz in a class. whenever I study a language, I like to keep a notebook, and I'll do these kind of quizzes like in the back, or I'll like save a special page to do my own little self quiz, and then on the next page I'll write out all the answers and, you know, flip back and forth and just keep quizzing myself. That always helps me. So I hope it helps you too if you're learning German. So I won't tell you the answers, that's for you to figure out, and you can always go back and figure it out. And this isn't a playlist, so you can always go back and look at other videos too. So let's erase and wrap up this video with some more numbers. Let's erase from up here. I like the numbers part. Counting is always so relaxing. Oh, now I've really got to deep clean this board. It's a mess. My work never ends. It's always clean, isn't it? Especially in 2020. I just bleached this board and now. Oh well. So, I'm very familiar with numbers 1 through 10, not so much onward, but I think it's like English, where if you know 1 through 10, the rest of the numbers are pretty straightforward. But 11 and 12 are always so odd, aren't they? So we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 11 is elf, elf, elf. 12 is swolf, swolf, swolf. I hope I'm saying that right. Again, 11 and 12 I'm not very familiar with, but if we move on to 13, it's literally like 3 and 10. So 13, 13, 13. 14 is literally 4 and 10. So I'm more comfortable with these. 14, 14. And 15 is just the number 5 and the number 10. 15, 15, 15. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.